Hello and welcome back to another in-depth character discussion from my debut novel, The Head, the Heart, and the Air. This week we are going to be talking about Alex's other brother of sorts, Michael. So Michael is a little bit of a, hang on, just let me put the book down. There you go. Michael is a little bit of a special character because a lot about his background we don't know, because Michael comes into the story a year after Alex and Stefan arrive in the woods, when Alex is just about to turn 6 or has just turned 6 and Stefan is 13, and Alex finds him in the woods soaked in blood with no memory and a giant gash on his head, which clearly tells you that the boy hit his head, has no idea what's going on, and just kind of wanders into the woods soaked in blood. And what does Alex do? Well, clearly the girl brings him home with her. So Michael showed up with Alex one day in the camp. Stefan took a look at him, took a look at Alex, and she's just like, can I keep it? And so after that, Michael became the third little musketeer in their trio. And so Stefan is thankful for Michael because, number one, he is very much the comic relief in their life when things get too heavy or too deep, or Stefan and Alex are butting heads and fighting with their endless stubbornness. Michael is always there to soften the blow, to help them find their way through things. And also when Alex is emotional and upset about things, Michael is the one who comes and holds her hands and is the shoulder she can cry on. Stefan is very much the overprotective, overbearing brother who takes care of her. Michael is the soft guy who is the kind and emotional brother that she needs when she needs the support. They think his age is around 18, maybe 19 at the beginning of the book. His birthday is August 25th, which I know, and he doesn't really know, but I know it. And his favorite color is blue, and his favorite food is cheese. Like Alex and Stefan, he has a very simple favorite food, and I mean, cheese comes in so many varieties. What's not to love? He dislikes horseback riding because his horse Trapper, kind of a pain, and despite all the years and Alex trying to help him, he's never quite mastered the horseback riding. Stefan's biggest fear is, or the dislike, is just people who hurt Alex, and that's Michael's second most dislike, is people who hurt Alex, and he will go after them wherever. Very little is known. As I said, Michael was found injured in the woods, so we don't know where he comes from. We don't know who his family is. We don't know who he takes after in personality or appearance or anything like that. He's very handsome. He is, like I said, very much the comic relief, and he's one of my favorite characters to write, because whenever things get too heavy or whenever I need someone to ask a stupid question, it's very helpful to have Michael, because he is not afraid to ask stupid questions. So Michael grew up in the woods with Alex and Stefan. Like Alex, he enjoyed being in the woods. He knew how to get into mischief. Him and Alex together had figured out how to sneak around Stefan, go and get into what kind of mischief they want to. They also were known for going and finding food and foraging and that. Like at the beginning of The Head, the Heart, and the Air, where Alex and Michael go off together as the scouting pair, that has been going on since Alex found Michael. As soon as she brought him home, there was an immediate connection between Alex and Michael. It was never anything romantic. It never was anything like sexual or relationship. It was 100% always like brother and sister, and they don't know why, but they just immediately had this connection to each other and understood each other in a way that nobody else in the camp could understand each other. And so because of that, they have a lot of history with doing fun things, but they also have a lot of history of fights. The most remembered one on both of their parts is the time where Alex got so angry at Michael that she shoved him out of a tree they were sitting in. Now, karma bit her very quickly in that she fell out of the tree about 30 seconds after she shoved him out of the tree. So nice little revenge there. And Stefan was not thrilled to have to deal with a broken wrist and a very unhappy Michael. He fell out of the tree. So those two have been known to get into a lot of trouble. Michael's favorite weapon, or his weapon of choice, would be his bow and arrow. They don't know why, but he came as a gifted archer and took to it immediately. So clearly he must have had some sort of archery training before he ended up at the camp, but he picked it up like nobody's business, and before anyone knew it, was the best archer in the camp. So he taught a lot of the boys how to improve their skill, to get better with archery, not using the right terminology or anything, but just having a knack and a natural instinct for it. And he is the reason that Alex is so good with the bow the way that she is. He's also the reason that she can fight. He was insistent that she needed to learn how to defend herself against somebody should Stefan or him not be around. Stefan was always adamant they would be around, but Michael knew that there would be times where perhaps they would be in town, or she would be on her own in town, and she might need to defend herself. So he made sure she knew how to punch, Or, you know, in the event that a punch doesn't work, she knows where to kick a guy and run or go for the eyes. So he made sure that Alex will always be able to defend herself to the best of her abilities. His best friend is Alex, though he would never admit it to Stefan because he likes to say that it is both of them. And his secret talent is that he can actually fall asleep anywhere and has been known to take naps in trees with Alex. So he's got a very weird little skill set there. And so again, very similar to Stefan, when they asked about who his ideal partner would be, his answer was very simple. He wants someone who is kind and who will accept him as him. He has spent so much time of his life being with Alex and Stefan in the woods, just being himself. He does not want to have to put on mannerisms or be something he is not for a partner. He doesn't want to have to pretend he has a title or try to get a title in order to be worthy of someone. He just wants someone to love and accept him for who he is, because right now the only family that he has is Stefan and Alex, and they love him for exactly who he is and what he is. And so if he finds a partner that he intends to marry, they need to love and accept him as he is for who he is, because he has already been given that example by Stefan and Alex where they just love him to pieces for exactly the way he is, and he will not accept a spouse in the future who will make him be something that he is not, which frankly is a really good thing to have in life. And his biggest fear is losing Stefan and Alex. They are the only family that he has in this entire world that he knows of, and he can never imagine a life without them because his entire memory is of those two. And so he doesn't know who he takes after, he doesn't know where his strengths in that are coming from, and so the idea of not having these two in his life is just horrifying to him. So yep, that is a little bit more about our fantastic Michael, who, you know, in book 1 does become a guard in Warren. So yay for that. He does end up getting his title, but mainly because his best friend turns out to be a princess. So that was not planned. That just kind of worked out for him like that. But I adore Michael, and make sure if you have not already subscribed that you subscribe, because I don't know who we're going to talk about next week, but you definitely don't want to miss it because it's going to be another one of these amazing characters from my book. So I hope you have a lovely day, and thanks for joining me. Bye.